At first, I was so pissed. At first, I was about to slap him. I'm just gonna get into this real quick. I'm just gonna skip an intro. I'm just gonna jump right into it. So right now, earlier I come home and my brother, he's crying, he's sad. I ask why. And then I'm told what he did. And he basically, I won't tell you what happened, but I'll just tell you what's been happening. It's the same event that's just reoccurring, right? It's just him being jealous of these little girls because they get attention, right? These are our little cousins, right? But they're just the most adorable thing. Like, we just love them. But he has this fear. He had this fear, right? I shall say that he wasn't loved anymore, and he was actually telling me this, that everybody hated him, and that his sister wanted him to be dead, that she wants him killed, and that my parents just buy him things, but they don't actually show him love. Like, they think that showing love is by buying things. And a lot of shit, that nobody loved him, and that he was like weak, and that he'll never amount to anything, and he just cried it out. And then I was just like, at first I was so pissed. At first I was about to slap him, right? But there's a reason I didn't slap him. I had that emotion, I had the reaction because of my childhood. So how somebody in authority would have treated me. But I didn't hit him, because if I hit him, I would be just like my abuser, right? If I were to have hit him, I would have been just like my abuser, the physical abuser. So instead, I thought, if I actually hit him, it's obviously not going to do something very great to him. He's going to think, oh, he's reaffirming me. He's giving me pain. I'm telling him these things, and he's reaffirming, he's hitting me because he hates me. He's reaffirming my reality. I would have been reaffirming the reality of who the piece of, he said he was a piece of shit. A motherfucking 12-year-old kid telling you he's a piece of shit. And I said, no, I will sit here until this child changes his mind. I know if I let him sit here, his mind will wander, and he will just reaffirm his reality. And I said, no, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to make sure that those are not the thoughts that he has. So I sat there, and I held him through it. And, we had to call for God a few times, and we just like questions that leaded him to like the answers that I wanted him to have. Just him like really realizing like he has like just putting a lot of perspective, and like just throwing a lot of crazy knowledge, and showing him that like even though he just right here he went through this event that like really hurt him, because he was crying intensely. He was crying so hard. His face was just like, his lips were like, he was just having a hard time. And then I really like, we were like, whoa, you know what? He said, I learned so much right now. And I said, would you have learned this much if you hadn't gone through this event? And he was like, you know what, you're so right. That is how bad things lead to good things. Like, things that we think are bad end up to things that we think are good. But like, good and bad is a subjective thing, right? So instead, I'll say something that's factual. Lower vibration, higher vibration, right? Good and bad is only subjective, right? So I'm not going to get into that, because I probably have in some other video, or I probably need to even go even more in depth in it anyway. So it's too off track to what I'm trying to get to today. And afterwards he felt so confident. He felt like he had like goals in his mind, and he said like he has like kind of like thinking about a plan. He went and he asked for forgiveness. He apologized to the person, And to the person, the little cousin that he hurt, he told him like fuck you and shit like that. And he apologized, and he feels so much better like about himself, and he's reassured and that he's going to be fine no matter what. Right? He's like, I'm fine no matter what. If it's good, if it's bad, I'm fine no matter what. If this other event in my life hadn't happened, I would not have reacted in that way in the situation that just happened. One time, I was in a car, and we were crazy stoned. I think I had like 2 of my cousins in the back, maybe 1 girl, and then my sister in the passenger seat. And I'm driving, and I'm crazy stoned. And then for some reason, I'm like, yo, we're going the wrong way, you know, because I was fucking stoned. But we weren't. But in my head, I was like, we're going the wrong way. I just got crazy paranoid, right? And then I just pull up in reverse and like this turn. I was like, fuck it, hope nobody comes in. And then like, I don't know, we got to this conclusion that it was like my sister's fault because she didn't have the GPS, and she was just like laughing so hard. She was like uncontrollable. She couldn't control herself and shit. And then like I was literally like with all the force that I had, just about to boom, like hit her head, her leg so hard. And then I said, no. You have these emotions, but if you react in that way, you're just like your abuser. And I was like, fuck that. And in that moment, it's a very important moment. And then I was like, all right, let me figure this out because it's my fault. It's about taking responsibility for everything, every aspect, every angle, every inch, every particle of your life. And you're like, ah, shit, fuck, bro, that sounds crazy intense. What's up, cousin Noe? Throwing gang signs, Bloods, come and get him. Excuse me, I'm just gonna get some vodka. Where you end up in life is caused by your conscious decisions.
I agree.
Every decision is conscious, right? But sometimes we have unconscious things that affect our conscious mind. See, your unconscious mind just picks up. Your unconscious mind can't say no, can't say yes, can't say good or bad, can't tell the difference between $1 and $1 million. It just takes in. That's what your subconscious does. It just takes in. And then what happens? So in your thought process, you have like, usually you're like with your like conscious, and then your unconscious, and your unconscious filters up into your conscious, right? But these are both part of the same thing. They're just like 2 compounds of the same thing. Filters up to the conscious mind, and then every now and then we connect to our higher self. Our higher self is always there, right? Our higher self is always there, actually. We'll get it, but we don't always listen to it, even though we should listen to it more often. And that's how you trust your higher self. That is your gut. That instinct, feeling, right? That's you were built with instinct already. So that feeling that you have, if you think it's true, then it's true. If you think it's bad, it's bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like if I ask you, if you say, yo, is jerking off bad? Well, do you think it's bad? If you think it's bad, well then it's bad for you, right? But jerking off is not bad in itself, right? Subjective. Like I was saying earlier, subjective realities. Damn, son. Alright. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I'm thrilled. This is my second video. In the morning I said I'm gonna do 2 videos today by the end of today, and I accomplished that for myself. So now I know that I have amazing content to upload. Spread the message. If you like this shit, spread the message, because it's a nice message, to be honest, you know? Like, don't be greedy, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to get coal in your stockings by Santa Claus? Cause he's gonna give them to you. Anyway, peace out.